This guy was forced to wear an iron mask out of nowhere, then locked up for 10 years. For 10 years, not a single person spoke to him. The only visitor was a priest who showed up once a month for a routine prayer. Then one day, the priest arrived with a corpse, also wearing an iron mask. The boy was too stunned to speak. The priest quietly told him he was there to get him out. Then he turned to the guards and said the masked man had died of plague. The word plague hit those guards like a truck. They shoved the priest out the door as fast as they could, terrified of getting infected. And just like that, the boy walked free. They pried the mask off with some tools. The three musketeers looked at each other, then at the boy's hollow, empty eyes. They all had the same thought: was any of this worth it? After a quick cleanup, the boy stepped out in front of everyone. The room went dead silent. He looked exactly like the king. And the king at this point? Completely rotten. All he did was chase pleasure, way more interested in women than actually running the country. Now he'd found a new target. He released a unicorn pig into the square and ordered everyone to chase it. Then he secretly triggered a trap that cornered Amy in the plaza. With nowhere to go, she slipped down a side path to get away from the crowd. The king saw his chance and followed. He figured his royal status would be enough to make her fall for him, but Amy was already engaged. Just as he moved in to force a kiss, an assassin lunged out of the shadows. The captain of the guard reacted fast and yanked the king out of the way. The king, furious, drove his sword through the assassin. He turned around just in time to see Amy walking off with her fiancé, not even glancing back. A few days later, the starving people had had enough. They rose up and surrounded the palace. The food the king handed out was so pathetic even pigs wouldn't touch it. When the captain brought him the news, the king just waved his hand. "Wipe them all out," he said. Then he deliberately sent Amy's fiancé to the most dangerous part of the front lines. The young man was killed in an explosion. His father, Tom, was completely broken when he heard. He stormed into the palace demanding answers, but the captain blocked him at the door. An old friend showed up with backup. On his way out, he got in the captain's face and called him exactly what he was: a dog serving a tyrant. Meanwhile, the king summoned Amy to the palace. Her fiancé was dead. She had no reason to say no. The king finally got what he'd been after. A few days later, the priest brought the three musketeers and the captain together. He came clean. He was the one who'd sent the assassin. He'd watched this empire, when he built with his own hands, get torn apart by a reckless king, and he couldn't take it anymore. So they made a decision: take him down. Tom was in without a second thought. He wanted blood for his son. The boy and the three musketeers moved together. They took the king down. He was fitted with an iron mask and thrown into a water dungeon. The kingdom slowly started to breathe again. And that boy? He went on to become the greatest king France ever had, Louis XIV.